So again, in Ezekiel chapter 40, we begin to read this, and when you get an opportunity, you'll see in Ezekiel chapter 40, it's starting to Yah's revealing the millennial temple. I want to read a few verses here in Ezekiel 40, and then and some other scriptures in Ezekiel to prove that the scripture teaches that Yahushua did not do away with the priesthood, sacrificial system, okay, or any other part of the Torah. Okay. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 40, verse 1. It says, in the 25th year of our captivity, in the beginning of the year, in the 10th day of the month, in the 14th year, after that the city was smitten, in the self same day, the hand of Yah was upon me and brought me hither. In the visions of Elohim brought me he into the land of Israel, and set me upon a very high mountain, by which was as the frame of a city on the south. Now notice, this is not the temple, Solomon's temple he's talking about.
Right.
Solomon's temple had been destroyed by the Babylonians, okay? And this took place, again, it says 25 years after their captivity. All right? It says, verse 3, he brought me hither, and behold, a man whose appearance was like the appearance of brass, in a line of flax in his hand, and a measuring reed, and he stood in the gate. And the man said unto me, Son of man, behold with your eyes, and hear with your ears, and set your heart upon all that I shall show you, for to the intent that I might show them unto thee are you brought here, declaring all that you seest to the house of Israel. Okay? So then he's showing him, Yah's going to show him, he's going to declare to all the house of Israel what you're about to see.
Right.
Okay, now I'm going to read and he's going to show him, when you continue to read this, the building of the tabernacle. Now, look at Isaiah. Now I'm going to go to Ezekiel 43, verse 7. Check this out. He said to me, Son of man, the place of my throne and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever, and my set apart name shall the house of Israel no more defile, neither they nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by the carcasses of their kings in their high places. So Yah said that his name, Israel, will no more defile his set apart name.
This is futuristic.
Futuristic. His name is important. All these names, these mighty ones, will be totally destroyed. Yah's name will be the only name that will resound. Only Yah's name. And we right now are practicing how to live in the millennial kingdom.
Right.
We're going to say his name. Now check out, we're still in 43. This is the sacrificial system. Is it done away with? Well, let's look here in Ezekiel 43, verse 18. And he said to me, Son of man, thus said Yah, these are the ordinances of the altar in the day when they shall make it, to offer burnt offerings thereof, and to sprinkle blood thereon. Okay? And thou shalt give to the priests, the Levites, that be the seed of Sadah. There's the Levitical priesthood right there. Which approach unto me, to minister unto me, said Yahweh Elohim, a young bullock for sin offering. And you shall take the blood thereof.
Whoa. You should take the what?
Take the blood thereof.
Oh.
And put it on the four horns of it, and on the four corners of the settle, and upon the border round about. Thus shall you cleanse and purge it, the top of the altar. You shall take the blood also of the sin offering, and he shall burn it in the appointed place of the house without the sanctuary, set apart place. And on the second day you shall offer a kid of the goats without blemish for a sin offering, and they shall cleanse the altar as they did cleanse it with the bullock. When you have made an end of cleansing it, you shall offer a young bullock without blemish, and a ram out of the flock without blemish. And you shall offer them before Yah, and the priest shall cast salt upon them, and they shall offer them up for burnt offering unto Yahweh. Bless his name.
Hallelujah.
7 days shall you prepare every day a goat for a sin offering. That they shall also prepare a young bullock and a ram out of the flock without blemish. 7 days shall they purge the altar and purify it, and they shall consecrate themselves. And when these days are expired, it shall be that upon the 8th day, and so forth, the priest shall make your burnt offerings upon the altar and your peace offerings, and I will accept you, says Yahweh Elohim. So here we see that the sacrificial system has been established.
The Levites too.
Yeah, because you can't offer sacrifice without the priest, and the priests are the Levites. Now check this out. In Ezekiel chapter 44, starting in verse 10, where is the priesthood done away with? He says, and the Levites that are gone away far from me, when Israel went away, which went astray away from me after their idols, they shall even bear their iniquity. Yet they shall be ministers in my set apart place, having charge at the gates of the house and ministering to the house. They shall slay the burnt offering and the sacrifice of the people, and they shall stand before them to minister unto them, because they ministered unto them before their idols and caused the house of Israel to fall into iniquity. Therefore, if I lifted up my hand against them, said Yahweh Elohim, and they shall bear their iniquity, and they shall not come near unto me to do the office of a priest unto me, nor to come near unto any of my set apart things in the most set apart place, but they shall bear their shame and the abomination which they have committed. But I will make them keepers of the charge of the house for all the service thereof, and for all that shall be done therein. But the priests, the Levites, the sons of Zadok, that kept the charge of my set apart place when the children of Israel went astray from me, they shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood, said Yahweh Elohim. They shall enter into my set apart place, and they shall come near to my table to minister to me, and they shall keep my charge. So here's the point that we're making.
Where's the altar?
Pardon me?
You find the altar?
Well, it talks about in Ezekiel 43, it talks about them sacrificing.
Just to show that the altar is,
well, when you sacrifice, you got to
well, of
sacrifice.
course, you need an altar, right?
Right, you have to sacrifice on the altar.
But the reason why, because people say, well, we're going to spiritually sacrifice.
No, he physically named animals. He physically named Zadok, gave a name of the priest, and said Levitical priest. So there'll be Levitical priests offering sacrifices on a literal physical altar. They'll be offering up to Yah these sacrifices.
Again, it does say in Ezekiel 43 and 27, it said, when these days are completed, it shall be on the 8th day and thereafter that the priests make burnt offerings and your peace offerings on the altar.
See? And your peace offerings I will accept you, say Yahweh Elohim. So we see that the system is in place. So what I'm saying, what we're trying to share here is that Yahushua said, don't think I come do it with the Torah of the prophets. And he did not do it with the sacrificial system, and it's proven here in Ezekiel chapter 40 on 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and continue to read throughout Ezekiel, and you will see Yah establishing this the temple, the priests, the altar services, all these things. So the question is, well, what's the purpose of the sacrificial system then? Okay, if Yah didn't do away with it, okay, what's the purpose of the sacrificial system?
Well, what is the purpose, Malachi?
Well, the purpose of the sacrificial system is, number one, it is a teaching tool. Do we understand that when Messiah comes back to set up his kingdom on earth, do you know that there will be people who survive the millennial kingdom?
Yes,
that survive the great tribulation period?
Yes.
We're not talking about the believers there'll be believers who survive, and those who die, Yah said he's going to change their bodies, and we will receive a spiritual body.
Right.
Okay? And we will rule and reign with Messiah for 1,000 years. Revelation chapter 20. But there will be those who survive the tribulation period, who will still be in their flesh and blood, and must now learn the ways of Yah. And what great teaching tool than this sacrificial system?